solving stream. I've got something special planned for today. I'm gonna go back to the tablet solving. I have here some puzzles from Grandmaster Puzzles, which is the website run by Thomas Snyder, one of the leading Sudoku solvers and creators currently. So here are some classics. I'll spend maybe an hour here doing classics, and then at maybe 10:15 I'll switch over to a contest that I started this weekend. And it will be variants. So classics for the first hour and then variants. So without further ado, this is a classic Sudoku. If you're new, if you haven't seen Sudoku before, Sudoku is a puzzle where you have a 9x9 grid like this. You're supposed to put a number in each of the squares, 1 through 9, and each number, 1 through 9, is supposed to occur exactly once in each row, and in each column, and in each of these 3x3 bolded boxes. So, what I like to do when starting is I look at one of the 3x3 boxes, or I look at one of the numbers. For example, I see a lot of 4s. So 4, oh, let me get my pen set up. There's a 4 here, here, here. So, because there's already a 4 in this row, there can't be any more 4s in this row. Because there's a 4 in this row, there can't be any more here. So the only place a 4 can even go in this 3x3 box would be right here. So we'll pencil in a 4 there. We're just going to keep doing this until we finish the puzzle. But the way I like to start is to try and look at a single number and see how much of that number I can get done. I look for a number that we have a lot of. Like we have 5 4s filled in now. That's pretty good. Here's another one. This 4 and this 4 both block everything in that 3x3 box except for that one. Oops, I don't want to erase that. Now this one, and this one tell us a 4 has to go here. Now just 2 left. In this 3x3 box we can put a 4 either here or here. And in this 3x3 box we're going to be able to put a 4 either here or here. So we don't have enough information to finish the 4s yet. But we're pretty close. Pretty decent start. What other number do we see a lot of? I see a few 3s. I see 4 different 3s right now. Maybe we can figure out something involving those. Oh, actually, this is a little bit more advanced, but look at where 4s can go in this box. So a 4 can go either here or here. I'll write it small because I don't know that a 4 goes there yet. Or now look at where 3s can go. Oop. Same 2 boxes. So that tells us that one of them has to be a 3 and the other has to be a 4. Because if say this one was a 3, then a 4 would have to go up here because that'd be the only spot a 4 could go that wasn't taken. And if this was a 4, then the 3 would have to go here for the same reason. So one of these is a 3 and one of them is a 4. It's called a pair. What else do I see? I see a few 9s. Are 9s worth looking at? Maybe I should keep looking at 3s. I don't really see a whole lot else. Oh, here's something. Okay. 1, 1. Okay, so a 1 can go either here or here or here. But these last 2, we know that one of them's a 3 and the other has to be a 4. We're not sure which way yet, but either way, neither of them can be 1. Because like if this were, if say this guy were a 1, then this would be the only spot a 3 can go, and it'd also be the only spot a 4 can go. So either way, we'd be in trouble. So a 1 can't go in either of those 2 spots. So the remaining 1 has to go here. Okay, anything else we can figure out with ones? I don't see anything. Another useful trick is to look for rows and columns and boxes that already have a lot of numbers in them, like this one here. This has got 6 numbers filled in already. The only ones that are left to be filled in are 2, 7, and 8. I guess we don't know which ones go which yet, but this one has to be a 2 or an 8. Can't be a 7 because there's already a 7 in this 3x3 box. This one has to be a 2 or a 7. This one has to be a 7 or an 8 for the same reasons based on this 2 and this 8. This column here also has 6 in it. It's missing 6, 7, 8. So this is a 6 or a 7, this is a 7 or an 8, and this one I guess can be all 3 of the above. I should mention that this is a classic Sudoku, but I suspect it's not an easy one. This one is made by, who is it made by? It's made by Thomas Snyder himself. The Grandmaster himself. So it's gonna be hard probably. We'll see. We'll see. This is also a Monday puzzle, I believe, and these tend to get easier over the course of the week. So we'll see. I'm intending to use this as warm-up, but I don't have very many filled in so far. This row also has 6 in it already. It's missing 1, 3, and 8. This has to be 1 or an 8. This has to be 1, 3, or 8. One of the 3. And this is a 1 or a 3. Okay. What's the theme of this one? Candles. Oh, I get it, because you've got your whole shaped like candles. Kinda. I don't know, I see it. Okay, there's only one place a 6 can go in this row, because of this 6 here, and this 6 here blocking this box. Sixes, we have a lot of 6s. You can go here too. And up here, because of these 2. And that just leaves a few left. We still need some more information to figure out any more about the 6s, but that was progress. Now we have 6 in this column, so I may as well fill in the 7, 8, and 9 here. I don't think we have any information about which order these 3 go in yet. Oh, a 9 is the only thing that can actually go here, though. Because look, there's already a 1, 2, 3, 4 in the box. Already a 5, 6, 7, 8 in the row. So that one has to be a 9. So this one can't be a 9. There's only one place for a 5 left to go. This really sounds like Zelda music. I think this is Zelda music. Nice. Okay. What else can I do with 5s? don't see anything else I can do with 5s quite yet. I actually should have been able to deduce that 1 5 a long time ago, but I guess I didn't. Okay, 9s though. Only one place it can go in that box. And similarly, 7s in this box are also determined. Now we're just missing 1, 2, and 8 in that bottom left box. 8 can't go in either of these, so we know which way it should go. It has to go here. And that tells us this can't be an 8, so we know which way the 7 and 8 go here. There's 1 and 2 left, but this 1 tells us that this has to be a 2, not a 1. Alright, 2 boxes down, and then there's only 8's the only thing left in this column, so we should be able to fill that in immediately. And look, another pair. Great. And now I think this has to be a 2. Can't go anywhere else. Those others are taken by 3s and 4, but one got a pair of 3 and 4, got a pair of 7, 9, the 2's got to go elsewhere. Okay, 8s here. This has to be an 8. This has to be a 2 now, because it can't be a 7 because of that one. Ooh, now this row here, we know which 3 go here. It's 1, 6, and 7 by looking at the 3x3 box. And this one has to be a 1, in fact, because of these. So that tells us we're only missing 2 and 9. 9 has to go here, 2 has to go there. And then now this 3x3 box is missing a 1 and a 3. Oops. Now that 8th column has a lot of numbers in it. I believe it's missing 1, 4, and 5. So let's pencil mark some things in. Oh no. I accidentally hit the right side of the screen there with the pages sometimes. So let's whenever I write the numbers small, what that means is those numbers could go there, as opposed to when I write the numbers big and I know they definitely go there. So like this square, I'm remarking to myself that this has to be a 1 or a 4 or a 5. Don't know which yet. How about that third row? That third row has a lot in it already too. It's just missing 6, 7, and 9. Let's write that down. Oh, this one can't be a 6 or a 7 because of these. So then just 6 and 7 are left. Great. Okay, column 4, missing 2, 3, and 5. Already a 2 in this box down here. And already a 2 in this row here. So this one is the only place a 2 can go in that column. Oh, there's only one number left in this row. That's a 5, and this can't be an 8. So the only place an 8 can go down here is actually here. Oh, and this can't be a 5, so we know which way. We can finish this box. This has to be a 3, this has to be 1, now this has to be a 5. Now this can't be a 5. This has to be a 3. What's left in this bottom right box? A 1, a 2, and a 5? This 2 and this 2 tell us where the 2 should go. Down here. And then this 5 here tells us which way the remaining 1 and 5 should go. It should be like this. And this that 1 tells us about this 1 and 3 too. Great. Great. And now we're only missing an 8 from this row, I believe. Yes, an 8. Great. Now there's only one place an 8 can go in that 6th column, right here. Okay, the 8th column, this can't be a 5. It's got to be a 4, so this is a 1. That tells us which way this 3 and 4 go that we started with, basically. Nice to have that finally resolved. Now we can basically just finish the puzzle from here. Look at what can go in each place and finish her up. Which way the 7 and 9 go because of the 7 on the far right. And now what's missing from each row? This is a 9 and this is a 3. Okay, great. So the downside with tablet solving is that I don't have a checker. But I'm just gonna assume this one's right because I don't see any mistakes right off the bat. So, well done. Let's pat ourselves on the back. Finished a puzzle. Let's move on to the next one. Again by Thomas Snyder. Theme is fireworks. Does this look like a firework? Kinda. Kinda, I guess. It's sorta kinda a firework. Okay, so let's get started. What numbers do I see a lot of? I see quite a few 5s. Actually, let's even just start in this middle box. There's only an 8 and a 9 left now that we filled in that 5. And a 9 here tells us which way it's supposed to go. 8 and 9. Cool. That was easy. First box done. Okay, 6s. You know, a 6 has to go here in that box. Anything else I can do with that 6? Yes. Boom, boom, boom. 6 has to go here. Then boom, boom, boom. 6 has to go here. Boom, boom, boom. 6 has to go here. I'm just looking at where is the only spot a 6 can go in each of these 3x3 boxes. And then finally, boom, 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 and we're done with 6s. Those are all the 6s in the grid. One for each row, one for each column, one for each 3x3 box. Okay, so now this row is missing 4, 8, and 9. Oop. This row. This one can't be an 8 or a 9 because there's already an 8 and a 9 in that column. So now we're just missing 8 and 9 here in this row. What else? I said I saw a lot of 5s. I didn't really elaborate much on that. Well, I guess 7 of them are already filled in. Not a lot more I can do. Oh, no, there is. This 5, this 5. We can finish 5s very easily as well. Now this 5, and this 5. That's all 9 of them. I see a lot of 4s also. Are those useful? I don't really see it yet. about this middle row, the fifth row? It's missing 2, 7, and 8. So this is a 2 or a 7. This is a 2 or an 8, just looking at the columns. And this one can't be an 8, because if this one were to be an 8, then this would have to be a 9, and this would also have to be a 9. You can't have 2 9s in that box. So this one can't be an 8, actually. That means this is the only place an 8 can go in this row. Now this 3x3 box there on the middle left is missing 2, 3, and 7. And in fact, the 7s are decided. In fact, I think I could have figured that out right off the bat, but oh well. This has to be a 2 now, because it can't be a 7. There's already a 7 in that row. Okay, and 7s are determined in this box as well. This has to be a 1 now. Okay, now what's left here? 2 and 3? I think. Okay, 7 is determined in this box. And now in this box down here. This pattern here, whenever you have both 7s in the 2 boxes above or below, and you have the 2 7s in the 2 boxes to the left and right, you're always going to be able to figure out this 5th one here, because even if we didn't have anything filled in this 3x3 box, look at the lines. The lines are going to eliminate all but one of the squares. Are we done with 7s? No, not quite. We have to do this one. Same thing though. We have all 4 of these, so this just has to be a 7. And now we're done with 7s. Yay. Done with 5, 6, and 7 now. Alright. What next? Okay, how about this 4? This 4 stands out. This one alone forces this 4 in this 3x3 box. Nothing more needed. Now we're missing in this 3x3 box is 1, 8, and 9, so oh, this has to be a 9. 1 and 8 are already in the column. Is it 1 or an 8 in some order? That means the remaining corners 2 have to be 2 and 3, but this 2 tells us which order. 3, 2. Ooh, that leftmost column is just missing 1 and 3 now. Let's pencil that in. And that middle column is just missing a 4, I believe. That's it. Cool. Okay, so 9 here, 9 here. Where can 9 go in this row? Only here. The column, I mean. Where can 9 go in that column? Now just 1 and 8 are left. Alright. Okay, now what do I see? Well, I'm looking at some of the boxes, like this one here, And this one here, they only have 4 spots left. This one here as well. Maybe I can start penciling things in here. Like this bottom left box, it's missing 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I can look at each square. This one can't be a 1 because there's already a 1 above it. This one has a 4 already to the right. This one can be any of them, I believe. If I get a little bit stuck, the best thing to do is to just fill in pencil marks. It is always helpful, even if only a little bit, just for later. This box, the top left, is missing what? 1, 3, 4, 9? I think that's right. So, oh look, 1, 3, and 9 already block off this square. So that one has to be a 4. Only thing left. Great. Okay. Okay, great. So now this can't be a 4. So the only place a 4 can go in this 3x3 box, bottom left, is right there. And now, boom, boom, boom. This is a 4, and we're done with 4s. Nice. Okay, rightmost column, missing 1, 8, and 9. Can eliminate some of the possibilities just looking at the rows, but okay, so there's only one place a 3 can go in that bottom row. It can't go here, 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 these columns, so this is a 3. And now this is the only place a 2 can go. Similar logic right here in that bottom row. Now this row, that column I mean, only has 1 spot for an 8. Now just missing 1 and 9. Okay, so if a 1 went right here, if this were a 1, then neither of these could be a 1, and these both have to be 9, because these are either a 1 or 9. So that's no good, because you can't have 2 9s in the same box. So this can't be a 1. We can erase it, and that means there's only 1 spot a 1 can go in this 3x3 box. And we finished the left column. This is just missing 1 and 9 now. Which means there's only 1 spot a 2 can go in this row. 1, 9 here, but this 1 is going to tell us how all these 1 9s are going to go. Because this has to be a 9, and this is a 1, and that tells us which order these go in. Okay, I guess that wasn't that many, but... Oh look, this 9 here tells us which way the 8 and 9 go. Which is good news. That tells us which way this 1 and 9 go, because the 9 above that 1. That tells us which way this 1 and 8 go. This has, let's be a 3, only thing left in the box. That tells us which way these 2 and 3 should go. Okay, now what's missing in each row? 8 and 2. Finished another one. Hey! Oh, no, no, no! That top up here. That 1, 8. We know which way they should go. Now we're done. Alright. We're making good progress. These are not that bad. I was afraid that because Thomas Snyder wrote them, they would be fiendishly difficult, but these are not so far. I mean, he's obviously capable of writing fiendishly difficult puzzles, but guess he's going easy for the... This must have been the Tuesday puzzle. Now let's go to Wednesday. Theme 12th World Sudoku Championship. Ooh, I wonder if that means it's hard or if it means it's just designed to be a speed test. It's got like a hourglass type of thing going on here. That's cool. Okay, let's go. That top row comes immediately to mind It's only missing two numbers, a 1 or a 9. Don't know which way they go yet. But okay, now that we're done with that, what do I see? I see a lot of 6s. This 6 is going to immediately force this box. Now what's missing in that box? Just 3, 7, and 9. Don't know anything about which order yet. But the thing is, these three boxes have to be 3, 7, and 9 in some order. So there's can't have a 3, 7, or 9 anywhere else in these rows. So that's a valuable clue, actually. Valuable thing to write down. Alright, anything more I can do with 6s? I don't see anything. It's my report. I see a few 2s. Can I do something with 2s? Yeah, how about that middle box? 2, 2, 2 has to be a 2. Yeah, I don't think we can fill in any other 2s. Just missing 3 of them, and that's few enough that I can check them all and make sure that none of them are able to be done. Oh, 7s. Oh, which I guess means I can know that a 7 doesn't go there. There's already a 7 in that column. Might be useful later. Okay, so the thing to appreciate about this puzzle, this is not really a solving remark, but just a remark. It's got 2 entire rows with no given clues. 2 entire columns, sorry, I'm mixing those 2 words up a lot tonight. 2 entire columns with no clues. That is difficult to write. So I'm just going to appreciate that. Alright, what else we got? I see some 5s. I don't think enough to be useful. I see a few 8s. Again, probably not enough to be useful. Maybe. Be nice if I could get something in the left or right columns, but that's not where I'm going to look first, because you generally want to look where you have the most information. So that bottom middle box looks good, but I think I've exhausted the information there, so let's maybe move to the middle box. That's where 2 of our 3 filled in numbers are anyways. How about this column 6 right here? It's just missing 3, 7, and 9. Can't have a 7 here. The others I think are just all fair game. And that 6th column, the one on the right here, 3, 5, 7, 9 I believe. So maybe something interesting can be penciled in here? Maybe not. Oh wait, I'm dumb. 7 can't go here or here. There's already 7 in both of those rows. What does that mean? Well, oh, I think it means I forgot to write it. I wrote 7 instead of 9 by accident. I don't see why 9 couldn't go here. Yeah, I meant to leave out 7, but I left out 9. Ooh, but now we have a triple. If we look at all the possibilities for these 3 squares, we know there are 3 and a 5 and a 9 in some order, because they all have to be different, and those are the only options for any of them. So the remaining 2 squares cannot be 3, 7, or... Sorry, 3, 5, or 9. Because if they were, there'd be only 2 numbers left to go among those 3 circled squares. So these, all that remain are a 1 and a 4. And we don't know which order yet. Okay. Well, that was something. That's good. Did I jinx myself? Did I move on finally to a harder puzzle after saying the other 2 were not so bad? That's usually kind of what happens, jinxing myself. Don't want to get too cocky. But I don't mind hard puzzles. They're the more interesting ones, generally. As long as I don't get too stuck. I like to think I'm tenacious and diligent and don't give up on things, but I also don't want to bore you. Watching me sit and be stuck for, an hour is probably not a very entertaining stream. Okay, here's a crazy idea. 6. 6. So 6 has to go either here or here. 3. Also has to go here, here. So what that means, these are the only 2 spots a 3 can go, only 2 spots a 6 can go. So if one of them's a 3, the other has to be a 6, and vice versa. So we know where the 3 and the 6 go in this top right box. The other 3 squares were just missing 1, 5, and 9. But look, 1 and 5 already in this row. So this has got to be a 9. And that even tells us which way this top row goes. It's the way I was hoping it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at the top, but I guess they figured that'd be too easy. Okay, so this has to be a 5, because it can't be either a 3 or a 6, and that's what's missing. This square here, what can go here? Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4, 5, not 6, not 7, and not 9. So just 8. 8 is the only legal move there. Similarly, this has to be a 1. 6 and 7 are already in this column. So that just leaves 6 and 7 to go in this box. We'll pencil them in. 6 and 7 can't go anywhere else in this column because then both of those would have to be, one of these has to be a 6 and one has to be a 7, so either way, we know where the 7 goes in the column. Okay, so now, in this middle top box, we know that because of that 7, can't go down that middle column, so 7 has to go either here or here. Either way, this one is not going to be a 7. So we actually know which way this goes already. This one has to be the 6, that one's the 7. Okay, now we're only missing 3 and 6 from this row, but there's already a 6 in that middle top box, so 3, 6, this order. No longer can have 3s here. Oh, and this has to be a 3 now. We can finish the box. Excellent. And now this is the only spot an 8 can go. Boom. Boom. Oh, and this has to be a 9 now. Okay, now we're rolling. We're making progress. This can't be a 9. This can't be a 9. Okay, third column. 2, 5, and 9 are missing. Do I see anything with these? Not quite yet, but it's worth writing down. Symmetrically, 7th column. 1, 4, and 8 are missing. This one I can fully fill in, just looking at what is already taken in each column, or each row, sorry. Okay, we have another 3, 6 pair here. 3 and 6 cannot go in this column, so they've got to go. One of them goes in here, and one of them goes in here. That's another pair. One of those is a 3, one of those is a 6. We don't know the order, but we do know that those two squares have to be a 3 and a 6. That leaves a 4, 5, and 9 over here, which we don't know anything about, I think. But we do know, again, that those 3 squares are in order, a 4, 5, and a 9. Really? I just charged it for like 3 hours. Okay. Well, this could be a problem. I'll probably just charge it more and draw with my finger as soon as it runs out. So 2, 7, and 8 are missing in the rightmost column now. Oh, this can't be a 7, because then both of these would have to be 3s. That's no good. Now what's left in the 8th column, 1, 5, and 9. We can pencil these in. Cool, lots of pencil marks. And lots of sort of extra information from the pencil marks too. Lots of pairs like this and this. And up here. Great, we have a lot of information. This is very good. Do I see any more combos? I do kind of. These have to be a 1, oh no, not quite. 1, 3, 4, 5, 9 is what's missing. So it can't be a 9, but it can be a 1, 3, 4, or 5. Okay. Close. I do believe now that this is the only spot a 6 can go, because look, boom, boom. So we know which way the 3 and 6 over there should go. Excellent. That bottom row looks tempting. It's got 1, 7, 8, and 9 missing, but it never seems to be enough. I guess I'll pencil stuff in just because why not, but 1, 7, 8, 9, I guess all 4 of them can go here. I thought I had something. I think I thought that 2 told me something, but oh well. Okay, this square here, not a 1, not a 2, not a 3, not a 4, not a 5, not a 6, not a 7, not an 8. It's got to be a 9. This can no longer be a 9, so it has to be a 5. This can no longer be a 9 or a 5, so it has to be a 2. And now the 9 is the only thing missing in this column. Okay, it can mark 5 off of everything in this row. And 9 off of this. And 9 off of this. Oh, we know which way these go now. 1, 5, and 9. This one has to be the 5. This is the 1. This is the 9. Okay, now that 7th row is still tempting. If I fill in pencil marks, I think we still haven't deduced anything yet. Any number can still go in 2 squares, any square can still hold 2 different numbers. Okay, this row though, just 4 and 5 missing. This one can't be a 5, there's already 5 in that box, so we know which way these go. This can no longer be a 5. And now, boom, 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 5. This can't be a 4 anymore. What is that left middle box missing? 1, 3, and 8? Let's write that down. This square has to be an 8, actually. Can't be a 1, can't be a 2, can't be a 3 because then both of these would have to be a 7. Can't be 4, 5, 6. Similarly, this can't be a 7 because then both of these would have to be 3s. It can't be a 9. So 8 it is. Now there's only one spot an 8 can go in this left middle box. This now has to be a 1. This can be neither an 8 nor a 1. Oh, this has to... wait. This can't be a 9 because of this 9 over here. So I could have figured this out a while ago, but this is a 7. And this is the 8. That should tell us which order these 3 go in. 2 down here, 7 up here. And this should tell us the rest about this box, what's missing 5. And about this column in this box. Now we know which way these go. At this point, we're about finished, aren't we? Okay, so this 4 here, boom. 4 and 9 in some order, but we know it's this one. Now that tells us which order these 3 and 9 go in, and that should tell us everything else. 9, 7, and 7, 3. Good, looks like I filled in all the squares. We're done with the puzzle. 1 through 9 appear in each row, in each column, in each 3x3 box. Excellent. Let's do one more. It is 10 for me, but I said 10:15, so theme is 4 loops. Originally for the Arlington Puzzle Festival. So full disclosure, these are written in 2017, but I was looking for good classics and can't turn down a Snyder puzzle. So 3, 3, 3, 3. 3 has to go here in this box. Can I do anything else with 3s? Unlikely. Not quite, it appears. Look at these loops too. Like, you've got these loops, but they also are in numerical order. Here it skips a 7 for this 7 spot. I'm not saying a 7 goes there, but this one does not skip. These two do skip, 1 or 9. This would be a 2, this would be a 7. But those aren't actually what the numbers are, probably. But it just looks cool, you know? Okay, 5, 5. 5 has to go down here. Now what's missing in this bottom box? 1, 4, and 9. Pencil those in. Okay, 1, 6, 9 are missing from this column. But there's already 1 and 6 in this row, so that one's got to be the 9. X. Oh, in the middle row too, just missing 7 and 8. Let's pencil those in. What's even left for the other 3 squares? We know they can't have a 1 or a 6 or a 7 or an 8. So 2, 4, and 5, I believe. There's already a 2 and a 5 in this this column, so 4 goes there. And we can't tell between 2 and 5 here, so I guess we just pencil it in. Now 4 can't go here, so it has to be over here in this 3x3 box. There's only one place an 8 can go in the middle box. That's, sorry, in the 4th column, because this and this block off that 4th column. So this must be a 7. Cool. 8, 8. And 1. And these can't be 1s because then these would both have to be 6s right here. That's no good. So the only place a 1 can really go in that column is here, leaving 9 to go there, and 7 there. What other numbers do I have a lot of written down so far? And so many, in fact, that I can write down more. How about this 7 right here? This was foreseen at the beginning of the puzzle, but I'm only just now noticing it. So 5, 6, and 9 have to go here in some order. 6, 9, 5, 9, 5, 6, 9. Regardless of the order, there's already a 5 in here, so we can't have a 5 elsewhere in the row. That tells us which order this 2 and 5 have to go. Similarly with 6, you can't have a 6 elsewhere in that row, so this is the 1, this is the 6. Now this 8, boom, same sort of deal. Okay, where can 8 go in this row? Only here. Okay, 1, 2, 9 in this row. Or left, and in this 3x3 box, both matches up. That's a good sign. 3rd row, right here. Missing 2, 3, and 4, but 3 and 4 already appear here. So, oh no. Which one am I on? 4th one? Made good progress today. 2, 3, 4. And then, yeah, 3 and 4 are still missing from this row, so I'm gonna pencil that in. What else do we see? This row looks nice, 7th row. Just missing 1, 7, oh, this one. Only one spot of 1 can go. It's here. That allows us to finish this box. Alright, got those 3 boxes down the middle done. That's pretty great. And now this row is just missing 7 and 9, which I can now pencil in. But we still don't know the order. Okay, so this row is missing 1, 2, 3, and 9. This column, sorry. But what can go here? Here. There we go. Not 1, not 2, not 3, so it's got to be the 9. And similarly, this has got to be the 3 because there's already a 1 and a 2 in this box. So now we're just missing 1 and 2 in that column. Still don't know the order, but we can pencil stuff in. Okay, 4, 4. Gotta be a 4. 5, 6, 7 are left. 7 we can do. And then this 5 down here will tell us which way the 5 and 6 remaining should go. Now 2 and 9 are missing. There's already a 2 in this column, so we'll write a 9 there. Then what's missing in the top row? 1, 5, and 6, I believe. Cool. 4 boxes done. We're getting close to done. It kind of doesn't feel like it, but we are getting quite close to being done. This guy can't be a 2. Keeping an eye on updates that I need to make to pencil marks is also important. One, 2, 6, and 9 missing from this column. In some order, I guess. Don't know which. This column here is missing 2, 3, 7, 9. Guess I can fill in some stuff. Again, if in doubt, just keep making more pencil marks. 1, 6, and 9 missing on the rightmost column. And look, there's only one place the 6 can go. Not here, and not here, in that column. Boom, instant 6. Excellent, okay. Okay, this row, this 8th row is missing 1, 2, 3, and 7. Gonna fill in some pencil marks. Not quite enough to go for it. One spot in 8 can go. Bottom left box. I feel like there's one more thing missing. Is it 4s? I think it's 4s. And now we know which way this 3 and 4 up here that we wrote in a long time ago. We know about them now. Ooh, this can't be a 3 anymore. It has to be a 7. That tells us which way this 7 and 9 should go in this row. This can't be a 7. This can't be a 9. There's only one place for a 3 in that box. This one can't be a 9, it's gotta be a 5. This one can't be a 9 or a 5, so it's gotta be a 6. Here's the remaining 9. And that should tell us all about this top row now. 6. 5 boxes, six boxes down, just a few left. Okay, can't have a 3 in this row. This has got to be a 2. That tells us which way this 1 and 2 go, because you can't have 2 2s in the same box. Now we know about these, and this one, and this one. These 2 here are 1 and a 2. We know which order if we look at the rows. Another one done. Alright. So here's now the choice. Do I want to, I've done classics for an hour. Do I want to change over and go to the, what's it even called? Pentadeca Sudoku? The puzzle contest that I did earlier? Or do I want to keep going down this list? Next up is a, I shouldn't look. VA is for puzzle lovers. VA, oh right, Arlington, Virginia. That would be why he made the numbers into a V and an A. Oh, and all the V is all odds and the A is all evens. That's interesting. Fine, I've baited myself. How many more are there? I'm gonna do one more. Actually, you know what? How many more are there? There's 3 more. I think that's the perfect amount for next week. If I just leave 2 more, I'll go through them too fast. So, that's it for classics today. Now let's skip to some variants. This is where things get interesting. So we've done basic Sudoku so far. I call it classic. You have to put the numbers 1 through 9 in each row, in each column, and in each 3x3 box. So far, so good. There's also some variants. People write puzzles with extra rules that lead to especially interesting logic. So let's do some of those. I don't need to save this. And ooh, I meant to pull up the password before. Oh no, I did. I wrote it down. Excellent. So the puzzle's over. I can't stream the contest. Well, during the contest, that would be very rude. But I did start, and I solved a lot of them. I solved the mini classic. Okay, let's make this a PDF file first. I have to enter the password again. Okay. Autumn, equinox, 23 Sep. Okay, so I successfully solved the mini classic, the Windoku Sudoku. I thought it was just called a Windoku. Oh well. I've done the arrow, scroll. Okay, arrow Sudoku. There was a classic. I've done it before. I did the diagonal. What is up with this document? Go, scroll. Okay. Equal sum lines I did not do. So I'll leave the rules up here because they're really interesting. So we're gonna apply classic Sudoku rules. So that means for every row, for every column, for every 3x3 box, we have the numbers 1 through 9 once each. But additionally, all of these gray lines here, like this one, and this one, and this one, if we add up the numbers, they should add up to the same thing. So part of the puzzle is to figure out what the sum is, and the rest is just to fill it in from there. So let's get started. The first thing to do is to put some bounds on what the sum can be. This here catches my eye. We have, what, 6 numbers here in the same row, so none of the numbers can be the same. Well, this tells me that, and one of them is a 7, so the lowest we can have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this 7. So the sum is at least 22. The lowest it can possibly be is if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 makes 22. As for an upper bound, well, this is just 4 of them. The highest it could be is 9876, but none of these can actually be a 6 since there's already a 6 in this column. So 9875 would be the lowest we could do, which would give us a sum of, or the highest we could do, which would give us a sum of 29. So we know the sum along each line is somewhere between 22 and 29. That should be enough to get us started, maybe. And we can do regular Sudoku logic, like here. We know this has to be a 4. Same thing I've been doing all stream. Let me change the name of the stream real fast. I'm not doing Grandmaster Puzzles anymore. What is this thing called? No, it doesn't say. Oh, there it is. Pentakai Deca. Bottom left there. Okay. Okay, cool. Back to the puzzle. Sorry about that. Okay, so what else, what other basic Sudoku rules can I do? The thing about variance is usually the variant rule is meant to be applied first. You figure out the variant part, and then you kind of figure out the rest of the puzzle. This one I don't think is so much like that. Because we don't know what the sum is yet, I think we have to figure out some more about the Sudoku in parallel with finding out what the sum is. And maybe there's some more logic I can do to figure out what the minimum and maximum possible sums are, but we have a start. Anything more I can do with 4s? I have 4s for the top 6 rows, but not for the bottom 3. That's kind of interesting. There's only one place a 4 can go in this 7th row here. This has to be a 4. What's even missing in that row now? 1, 3, and 9? Those will give some pretty different sums. Okay, so now since this is a 4, the max this can be is 7, 8, 9. And that'll give us a best score of 28. So sum is at most 28, actually. Okay, 7's over here. 7, 7, 7. This has to be a 7 now. Ooh, which tells us more about the bounds, actually. So these 3, we want to make them as high as possible. If we want to make them as high as possible, they'd have to be, well, can't be a 7, can't be a 6. So 5, 8, and 9 are the highest 3 numbers we could put there. And that would give us a total sum of, I believe, 26. 4 plus 5 plus 8 plus 9 is 26. Yeah, so okay. We're getting a better idea of what this sum has to be. This is good. Okay, 2s down in the bottom left over here. Great. No, that's dumb. There's already a 2 in this box. Never mind. Never mind, that doesn't work. But I can do this and find this 2 here instead. I'll take it. Yeah, so, unfortunately, I already solved the most common variance on this test. I mean, because I'm gonna go for the most common variants. They're the ones I'm most familiar with. And I have to say, this test was very well done. The puzzles were very interesting and very, they had some very interesting logic going on. So hopefully, y'all will get to see some of this during the stream. Hopefully I don't just completely break the puzzles. But the hope is that, y'all will get to see some real cool stuff, so... I guess what I'm saying is I liked this this contest. Interesting puzzles. I'm wondering if there's something we can do with, like, summing all these up and being able to find the sum that way. I guess it would be the sum of these 5 rows minus, like, a handful of squares. Could maybe try it. The sum of 5 rows, well, the sum of each row has to be 45, because that's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. So the sum of the 5 rows would have to be 225. I really don't want to add all those numbers up, though. Let's leave that as a later resort. Actually, I kind of do. So if we add up all these and subtract from 225, this will tell us what the sum of the 5 lines are. We can divide that by 5 to figure out what the sum in total is, or for the sum for each line is. So far we have 10, 20, 32, 39, 41 on the left, plus 2 blanks. Then on the right we have 19, 25, 28, 39 plus 2 blanks. Oh, sorry, 3 blanks, actually. So that means we have 80 plus 5 blanks total. Actually, I shouldn't erase those. Leave them be in case I want to check my work. Which I'm doing right now. I think I'm good though. So 80 plus 5 blanks. Well, what's the most those 5 blanks can be? Here we can get at most 6 and 9, I believe, because there's already a 7 and an 8 in this row. Column, I mean. Sorry, I keep mixing those up. 6 and 9 at most, so that's plus 15. If we make these blanks as high as possible, this will make these 5 sums as low as possible. So this is 15, and then here we believe we can have 7, 8, and 9. So this is plus 15 plus 24. So max would be 80 plus 15 plus 24 is 119. Is this visible? I'm going behind my logo, aren't I? I'll write it down to the side here. Okay, great. So max 119. This that the minimum that these 5 lines can attain total is 225 minus 119. That's 206. Sorry, 106. So these have got to be at least 22. Okay, we already knew that. The most they can be is if we minimize these circled blanks. This could be, I mean, ooh, actually, there's a lot of low numbers eliminated from these. Oops. These over here can't be they can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Or, I mean, just these 2 circles. So this would be 1 and 7 at minimum. And then this could be like a 4. No, not a 4, because of this one. This would minimum, this could be, would then be 5. And then minimum over here, already 2, 3, 4 in the column, so 1 and 5 also. So 80 plus 6 plus 13. Oh, that's kind of good. Means the minimum is 99, if I'm adding correctly. Which means the max for these 5 lines together would be 126, so again, less than or equal to 26. Man, that didn't tell me anything new. Okay, I'm a little bummed about that. That's okay. Logic worth revisiting later, perhaps. Okay, let's get back to seeing if we can actually make some Sudoku moves here. Oh no, that doesn't work. Never mind. Is there more optimizing I could do with that estimate? I don't think so. Let's look at let's look at this leftmost column over here. Oops. This is going to be missing a 1 and a 6 and a 7 and a 9, so I can pencil mark some stuff in. There's already a 6 in this row. This row is just missing 1, 3, and 9, so let's maybe fill those pencil marks in. Eighth row also has quite a few knowns. It's just missing 1, 4, 5, and 9. Oh, we have a double here. So this can't be 4 or 5, and this can't be 4 or 5. They both have to be either 1 or 9. So if one's 1, the other's 9, and vice versa. So 4 and 5 are left to go here and here. But there's already a 5 here. So in fact, I could have said this another way. This is the only place a 5 can go in this row. Because 5, 5, and then this 5. So we get to fill that in. 5 is now the only place a 4 can go. Sweet. Okay. Now we can look at the boxes, I think. Left bottom box missing 1, 4, 6, and 9. So actually there's this 4 and this 4. Sometimes I don't see things like this until I try pencil marking, but there's only one spot a 4 can go in that box, actually. So that's cool. Now we're done with 4s. Hey, okay. Very nice. We are done with 4s. We are making progress. So this has to be a 2 and a 5 in some order, because 2 and 5 or can't go in any of the top 2 rows of this 3x3 box. So one of these has to be a 2, the other's a 5. I'm going to mark them in. This is especially good because it tells us what this sum might be. The sum of these 4 so far is 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 7, which is 18. The max we could get is if we made this an 8 and a 9. That's not happening though. That would give us a total of, I believe, 35, and we know it's lower than that. So what's left in this box, this bottom right box? 1, 3, 9, and 8. Looks like an 8. Let's write stuff in. This one can't be a 3, and this one can't be a 3, because you look at the columns, there's already 3s in them. So I think neither of these can be 9s, and here's why. These so far we said add to 18. If we add a 9, then that makes 27, and that's too high. In fact, if either of them is an 8, then this is 18 plus, say, an 8 here, and then what would go in the other one? We can't put a 0. So we can't actually have either of these be an 8, because then the other one would have to be at most 0. And that, I mean, you can't put numbers that aren't between 1 and 9 in, that's just not how it works. So this can't be an 8, this can't be an 8. In fact, the only number left that can go here is 1. And then this would then have to be a 3. This is a 9. This is an 8. Done with that box. And more importantly, we now know what our sum is. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7. That's 22. So we know, actually this looks better. We know our sum has to be equal to 22. So that's big. This tells us that now we can use the logic that on each of these lines, on each of these gray lines, the numbers have to add up to 22, and that's a big piece of information. Nine can't go here. And 9 can't go here or here either, because they have to be a 2 and a 5 in some order. So the only spot left is here. Now this has to be a 1. These never could be 1s, not after we already put 1 in that row. So these can't be 1s anymore either. Okay, rightmost column has to be a 1 and a 5 and a 9 in some order. This one can't be a 5. But the others seem to be going. Okay. Ooh, okay, no, never mind. I thought I saw something. By the way, I don't know if I've said this yet today, but if you see something I don't, you are welcome to help me. here's something. These add up to 22. These are along this gray line. They have to add up to 22. We deduce 22 has to be the sum. So that means the other 4 on this column, these here, they have to add up to 45 minus 22, which is 23. So we already know what 3 of them are. To make the sum add up, this has to be a 2. Now we can use that 2 and regular Sudoku logic to figure out that this has to be a 2. Already a 2 in this row, already a 2 in this row, already a 2 in this column. Okay, similar logic here. These have to add up to 23, because these are the ones not on the gray line here. 10, 16, 18. This has to be a 5. Oops. This has to be a 5. Which means this can't be a 5. Already a 5 in the box. And now there's only one spot an 8 can go. Here. Oh, you know what? There's only one way to make 22 with 6 different numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 would give you 21. That's the lowest 6 number, so you have to increase one of them by 1. The other one you can actually increase without going to... I mean, if you increase 2, then you'd have 2 3s. So, it's gotta be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And not 6, but 7. So... actually figure out the remaining ones on this line are 1, 3, and 7. This doesn't apply to the other lines because this one and this one are the only ones that actually have 6 numbers on them. This one's got 4 numbers on them, so it's going to have it's probably going to have higher numbers in general. Okay, so this one can't be a 3 or a 7 because there's already a 3 or 7 in the column. Okay, this can no longer be a 7. This can no longer be a 1. Oh, we know which order this 1 and 9 go in now. Great. Excellent. This is a 6. Okay, this column has to be 7 or 9. Oh, and there's only one thing left in this column now. This is 5. I also don't need this anymore. I believe what's left in this box is a 1 and an 8 here, which does make this add up to 22, so that's good. That would be worrying if that were not the case. Oh, and this 8 tells us which way it goes. Excellent. Okay, 3, 7, 9 missing in this row. Already a 7 and a 9 here. So we put it through, fill in the 3, and now we're just missing 7 and 9 in the row. Okay, we can figure out the 6 and 9 down here now. This has to be a 9 because of the 6 up here. Now this has to be a 7. There's already a 9 below in the bottom left corner. Now this 3, 7, because there's already a 7 in this 3 by 3 box, the top left one. We know which order those go in. And again, we know that those ones off the gray have to add up to 23. So far we've got only 14, so I believe this one has to be a 9. And then what's remaining in this top left? An 8. And this tells us which order the 7 and 9 go in now. Excellent. Okay. Now we're just missing 1 and 6 from this column, and 5 and 9 from this column, I believe. This 4th and 6th row are going to be the last thing we fill in, probably. Got lots of pairs there so far that aren't really determined yet. Oh, second row, there's only one number missing. It's an 8. Now we're just missing 1, 3, and 9, so I can fill them in like this. Oh, and that tells us about this 1 and 3. Has to be that order. Almost done. Okay, so we only have 1, 3, and 4 on the gray line so far. That makes 8. The remaining... Oh, I mean, I guess I could just look, actually, at the what's left in the row, or the column. We got a 6 and an 8 left in this column. This 8 forces with the order. 6, 8. Now we know about this 1 and 6, which order they go in. Okay, what's missing from this row? 2 and 5 and 1. But what makes this add up to 22? Well, we've got 16 so far, so it better be 1 and 5. That means this one that's not part of this gray line here has to be the 2. And here's the 5. So we're missing 1 and 5 in some order. There's already a 5, or already a 1 in this row down here. Oh no. Where am I? Here I am. Sorry about that. 1. This has to be a 5 and a 9 in some order. Ooh, this has to be a 9 and a 7 in some order. I mean, we know the order now, is what I'm saying. And we can just fill the rest of them in. 7 and 2, and that adds up to 3, 10, 19, 21, 22, as it should. Excellent. I'm not going to double check this, but I am going to double check that the rows add up real quick. I do believe they are each going to give 22. Cool. Okay, that was an alright puzzle. I mean, it was good, actually, but some of the ones in this contest were like really good. So alright, now let's move on. They're ordered from least points to most points, which is ostensibly easiest to hardest. So I don't really want to sit here for like an hour working on like the hardest puzzle. Odd even bridge I did not do. Just to show you, the killer Sudoku, I do love killer Sudokus. The trick here is it's regular Sudoku, except that you've got these dotted cages, and the number tells you what the sum of the numbers in those cages are. So I guess this one here has to be a 3. This cage sums to 3. And then, like, you know, you can make deductions about, well, I guess there weren't really any immediate ones for here besides the single cell cages, but you can figure out that 7 has to be either 1 plus 6, or 2 plus 5, or 3 plus 4, and keep going. But I'm not going to do this one, I already solved that one. Odd even bridge Sudoku, what is this? Apply classic Sudoku rules, okay. So the numbers 1 through 9 have to appear exactly once each in each row, each column, and each bolded 3x3 box. Additionally, some circled cells are connected by a bridge. Okay, we've got some circled cells. They're connected by this bridge here. Okay. An odd digit in a circle equals the number of odd digits on the bridge. An even digit in a circle equals the number of even digits on the bridge, not including the digits in the circles. So, like, looks like my my pen finally died. Maybe this would be a good... Nah. Good opportunity to solve by finger painting. Bonus hard mode. Okay, So the point is, if I were to put a 3 here, oh geez, 3, come on. Oh, I'm trying to write with an eraser, that's why. If I were to put a 3 here, that means 3 numbers on this bridge of 7 cells here are odd. Yeah, 3 cells are odd because 3 is odd. But if I put like a 6 here, that would mean that 6 of these cells are even. Okay, so that's how the puzzle works. Now let's see if I can solve it. This will be a whole nother issue. So 1, 1, 1, only one place of 1 can go in this 3x3 box. I apologize for the messiness. This is bonus hard mode, finger painting mode. 1 and 1 here. Oh no, wait, hold on. I thought I got something else. Okay. Cool. I guess one thing to note for each of these circled cells, each of these bridges are only 7 long. So the highest number we can have in here is a 7. We can't put 8 and 9s in the circles, because we can't have 8 even numbers or 9 odd numbers on the bridge when there's only 7 numbers in total. So since I can mark this, and this, and this, actually by regular Sudoku this one has to be a 9. What else we got? There are a number of rows and columns here that have a lot of cells already filled in. Like this one's already got 5, row 8. Just kind of meta puzzling though. This arrow means that we enter this row as the answer, which means it's probably one of the harder rows to figure out. So maybe I shouldn't go for that, or maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't meta puzzle. It'd also be nice, it'd be really interesting on the puzzle creation, from the puzzle creation perspective, if maybe some of these cells on the bridge we knew whether they were odd or even. Actually, if we look at these two here, we already have 1, 5, 7, and 9 in the box, and already have 3 in the column. So these cells are actually both even. In bonus hard finger painting mode, I'm gonna zoom in before I write in the pencil marks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. And this is helpful because these circles here tell us how many odds and evens are on this bridge, so knowing whether they're odd or even can tell us stuff about this cell. For example, this can no longer be a 7. Well, we already knew that because of that guy, but this one can no longer be a 7, and we already knew that because of that one. But just for example, okay, here we go. This one cannot be a 7. We didn't know that yet. Why can that one not be a 7? Well, that would require all 7 of these to be odd on the bridge. A 7 here means 7 odds, and that means no evens, and there's an even here. So that's the sort of logic I'm looking for. Oh, actually, look, boom, boom. This one has to be the 3. So these are all even. Again, zooming in so I can do my crappy little finger painting pencil marks. Oh, and we can't have a 4 in this row. Okay, so yeah, now we have 3 numbers on that bottom bridge are even. So we can't have a 2 here, because more than 2 evens. We can't have a 5 or a 7 because we have fewer than 5 odds. So these have to be 1 or 3 or 4 or 6, I believe. Let's go ahead and pencil those in. You know what? 1, 3, 4, 6, and this 3 and 6 tells us that these have to be either 1 or 4. And then this 1 tells us that this has to be 3, 4, or 6. And I believe it actually can't be a 4. Here's why. Suppose this was a 4. Then we'd have 4 evens and 3 odds along here. So this has to be either a 4 or a 3. But we already have a 4 here on this row. So this would have to be a 3, but it can't be because of that one. So this one, if I can erase very carefully, this one cannot be a 4. So that was enlightening, maybe. Are there any other cells on these bridges that I can do this with? I don't see any immediately. Oh, here's a fun thing. By that same logic, say these 2 cells, or even these 2 cells, they can't be the same, so one of them has to describe the odd cells and one of them has to describe the even cells on the bridge. So they have to add up to 7. The ways to add up to 7 are 1 plus 6, 2 plus 5, and 3 plus 4. Can't do 1 plus 6 in this one, because there's already a 1. Can't do 2 plus 5 either, because there's already a 2. So this is a 3 and a 4 in some order. And in fact, this 3 here tells us which order. This is a 4. This is a 3. Now we know this is a 1 and a 6. And here we have the same thing. Can't be 1 plus 6 because of that 1. Can't be 3 plus 4 because of that 4. So it's got to be 2 plus 5. And there's already a 5 in this box, so the 2's over here, the 5's over here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. There's only 1 odd on that bottom bridge. That is something. I wonder which one it is. It's a lot of information, though. Very good, very good. Okay, this one can't be an 8, because there's already an 8 in that row. Let's look at that rightmost column, the one with all the messy numbers in it. It's missing 4, 5, and 8, I believe. But 8 and 8 means that this is actually the only place an 8 can go in there. Boom, boom. So no 8 here. So far, so good. Now we're just missing 4 and 5. Should I pencil mark those in? I'd rather not do pencil marks if I can avoid it, except to do the evens and odds on the bridges, just because my finger painting is so bad. Okay, this row. Oh, not that. This row, I don't want to erase, is missing 3 and 7 and 8. Can we make deductions? No. Oh no, yes, we can. 3 can't go here and 3 can't go there because there's already a 3 in this 3x3 box. So here's a 3. What's missing is just 7 and 8. And I'm not going to pencil mark that. Okay, so 4, 4 means this has to be a 4. Top left box is missing only evens, actually. 2, 6, and 8. So let's mark down that this one has to be even. It's a 2 or a 6, in fact. So we have 2 evens on that top bridge. We need 2 more, and 2 more odds. Okay, this cell actually only has one thing that can go in it. Can't be a 1, can't be a 2, can't be a 3. It has to be a 4, I'm claiming. It can't be a 5, can't be a 6, can't be a 7, can't be an 8, and it can't be a 9 because of that one. Excellent. So that circled square has to be a 4. Okay, and boom, boom, this also has to be a 4. Now only a 5 is left in that right column. And then this column, where can 1 go? Not here, and not here in this 3x3 box, so this is a 1. Are we done with 1s now? We can be. We can go boom, boom, boom. Done with 1s. Alright. Okay. One of these two has to be a 7. Because, I mean, where else can a 7 go in that 3x3 box? Point is, whichever one of these is a 7, neither of these two can be. We can't put a 7 here either, so this is a 7. Only place a 7 can realistically go in that 3x3 box. Now we're missing all of the evens from that row. Or 2, 6, and 8. Only evens is what I'm trying to say. So this has to be a 2 or a 6. And the reason I'm marking that in is not so much because it's all evens as it is that, look, we have a pair. This is a 2 or a 6, and this is a 2 or a 6. So one's a 2, the other's a 6. 2 and 6 can't go anywhere else in this column. That means the remaining squares have to be 3, 4, and 7 in some order. This one better be the 7 because there's already a 3 and a 4 in that row. This one better be the 4 because there's already a 3 in this box. That leaves this one to be the 3. This is the one remaining odd. There's only one odd on that bridge, and it's this one. So, we can tell everyone that all the rest are even. This one has to be a 2 because it's even, and because the 4, 8, and 6 are already taken in the box. This one has to be even. It's a 2 or a 6. This one has to be even. I believe 4 and 8 only are eliminated. So it's, oops. 2 and 6. There's already a 4 and an 8 in that 3x3 box. Is this alright to read? I haven't really been paying attention, but y'all can see the puzzle, right? Okay. So now, one of these is a 2, the other is a 6. Either way, you can't have a 2 or a 6 in here. So this has just got to be a 4. That's what's left. Meanwhile, boom, boom, and I think we're done with 4s? We are indeed done with 4s. Awesome. Done with 1s, done with 4s. Splendid. Okay, these are a 7 and a 9 in some order, because that's what's left. But this 9 here tells us which order. 7, 9. Cool. Okay, this can no longer be a 4. 3 is missing from this column. Only thing missing. I should have noticed that a while ago. Now this has to be a 2 or a 6. That's what's left in the row. Similarly, this has to be a 7 and an 8 in some order. That's what's left in the column, or the 3x3 box. We can also deduce what's left here. There has to be a 3 somewhere. It has to be there. And the other two are a 5 and a 9. I'm going to zoom in. I'm not going to try to do the pencil marks from a distance. Those 8s are awful in the top right. Ugh. Okay. Middle row, perhaps. 2, 7, and 9 are missing. Nope, not yet. Okay, oh, this one can't be a 2, because there's a 2 up at the very top there. In that column. Speaking of which, top row, missing, I believe, just 6, 7, 8. Okay, can't see anymore. That third row is missing just 7 and 8. That one I might pencil in. Right here. Come on. There we go. I swear I charged my pen for like over an hour right before this stream and charged like nothing. Okay. That's okay. Finger painting is fun, right? Kids like it. Okay, so we found one of our evens on this middle bridge. Oops. We know there's only one more even and 2 more odds. Similarly, up here at the top bridge, we have one of our 3 odds, 2 more to go. 2 of our evens have been found, again 2 more to go. That unfortunately is not a particularly informative split, but it's something to keep being aware of. Something to keep my eye on. Okay, 5, 5, 5. We can either put 5 here or 5 here. But if we do this first one, then this marks bam, bam, and there's nowhere to put a 5 in the middle box. Look, all these are covered. No places for 5s. So, this 5 there doesn't work. This has to be the 5. Okay, 6th row here. What's missing? 5, 8, and 9? Okay. Can't do anything about that yet. 5th row. Missing 2, 7, and 9. Again, can't really do anything about that yet. It would be nice to, like, figure out the rest of the evens or something. That'd be cool. I'd be down for that. Or even just this 7 and 8 pairing up here is annoying enough. If we knew the parity of those, if we knew whether they were odd or even, that would tell us a lot. could have done that instead of the other more complicated 5 logic, but we get the same result. Is that the last 3? That's the last 3. We're done with 3s. Sweet. And we're done with odds in this second row, so just 2, 6, and 8 are left. Only this one's on a bridge though, so we didn't really learn much. I don't think. Okay, where can 5 go in this row? Not here in this 3x3 box. Not here in this column. Oh, I didn't see that this was also open. So either here or here. Okay. Never mind. I think I'm suffering a little bit because I'm trying to minimize the number of pencil marks I'm doing. If I had my pen, I'd be pencil marking like crazy up in here, but I'd kind of like to avoid that, you know? What's missing from the leftmost column? Sorry, just 2 and 8? Okay, maybe we can make some arguments about things having to be one of these 3. Like 2 can't go there. It could go here though. Two can't go here or here actually. What else can we maybe think about in those regards? What's missing from this one again? 5, 8, and 9? Fine, I'll do more pencil marks. I think I don't really have much of a choice. 6 and 8 here. I believe 6 and 7 here. Could we eliminate an 8 from that top? Maybe not. Maybe I have to add 8 also. I think I do. Okay, then 2, 8, and 9 down here. Can I eliminate some of them? Yeah, I can eliminate 8 from here. Because there's already an 8 over on the right. Yes, 5, 8, 9 over here. Okay, so 7 can't go here, 7 can't go here in the middle, and look. 7 has to go either here or here in this upper middle box, so either way we can take out the rest of this 7 out of the rest of this column. So this has to be a 7, is what I'm saying right here. This is a 7. So what this means is these remaining 5 squares, which are all on bridges in the middle, that's 2 odds and 3 evens. In fact, I believe 2 and 6 have to be on the top one, because they can't go down here. So 2 and 6 have to be, 2 has to be one of these 2, 6 has to be one of these 3. That gives us the 2 more evens besides this one and this one on the bridge. So what does that mean? That means this has to be odd. That's a 7. And that tells us which way the 7 and 8 goes. Now this has to be an 8. And this has to be a 6. So this has to be a 7. Now this has to be a 6. This has to be a 2, because it's either a 2 or a 6 and not a 6. Okay, yeah, that really knocked things over. This is great. Okay, this now has to be a 2. Oh yeah, this is gonna knock all the dominoes over. This is going to spill the entire... I don't know where I was going with that phrasing. It's going to spill the entire secret that this puzzle was holding. I'm done with the top 3 rows and also the bottom 3 rows. We just need to finish now. At this point, we're pretty set. So this can't be an 8, it's gotta be a 5. This one cannot be a 5. It can be either an 8 or a 9 though. But let's look at this bridge. It's gotta have 2 evens, 1 odd. 5 odds, sorry. Here's your 1 even, and then one of the 2 remaining ones has to be even. Okay. That wasn't as informative as I had hoped. But we could have just noticed immediately that because of this 5 here, we know which way those 5 and 9s go in the middle right box. And that tells us this is an 8. We know this is a 9 because it can't be a 2. This also is an 8. And then 6 and 9 and 2. And that will indeed give us 4 evens on this bridge. And the remaining 3 are odd. Great! I think we did it. I think it works. Top bridge has 4 even, 3 odd. Second bridge has 2 even, and the rest, all 5 are odd. And then the last bridge has just 1 odd, and all the rest are even. Cool. Cool. I really liked that one. That one had some interesting, very interesting logic that actually used the variant. And it wasn't just like a regular Sudoku with an extra hint thing. It was like you actually needed to think about the bridges. And especially that first step where you had to notice that these pairs added to 7. That was actually quite clever. I really liked that. And then you were able to deduce what the pairs were based on what was already in the row. This can't be 1 and 6 because of that 1, and this can't be 2 and 5 because of that 2. Yeah, I would definitely thumbs up this puzzle. This was a good one. I'm a fan. Okay, I've been streaming for 2 hours now, so I'm probably done. just to give a taste, I'll probably do a similar thing next week where I start off with Grandmaster Puzzles and then move back to this, what is it called? Pentakai. That's gotta be Greek for something. Penta's 5, Deca's 10. There were a total of 15 puzzles in the contest, I think this is what it's referring to, but I'm not sure what the Kai is. Actually, you know what? I remember my high school ancient Greek class. Kai means and. So, Pentakai Deca, 5 and 10, 15. And there's 15 puzzles total. Okay, that's what they're going for. The Kid Sudoku. I had never heard of this variant before this weekend, but it should be interesting. This puzzle looks hard though. X sums I did. Oops. Come on, scroll. Come on. There we go. Unique sums I did not do. Rhombus I did not do. Oops. The Renbone I did. And the Thermo I did not do. And the last one, the Little Killer. This one just looks super hard. And it's worth like twice as many points as like any other puzzle, so that one might have to wait for a stream of its own or something. Looks intense. Actually, I can already tell the 69 is going to be the clue. You're going to need 9 and 8 here, 9 and 8 here, and 9 and 8 here. That totals to 51, and then this is a 9, this is a 9. So this is the max possible number. So that's where you would start here. Okay. Okay, anyways, I'm procrastinating logging off. Thank you for joining me. I hope that the variants aren't too intense. I really liked this puzzle, the even odd bridge. I thought it had some very interesting logic in it. So thank you for joining me for that. I will be back next Wednesday, same time. Same plan. We'll do more Pentakai Deca, and we'll do more Grandmaster Puzzles. See you then.